In simplest terms, I was motivated to start DDD because of a deep feeling of unfairness. In November 2000, just about 16 years ago this week, I first visited Cambodia. And I met incredibly talented and motivated young people, and they just didn't have a chance to realize their potential. This just didn't seem fair. As the expression goes, talent is distributed evenly, but opportunity is not. And DDD has always been about how can we give people access to opportunity. We've always said we can't hand people a better future, we can't promise people a better future, but we can open the door a little bit and give them a chance to realize their potential. Arun Sothia, my inspiration, he was orphaned by the Khmer Rouge, and then he dedicated himself to helping his country, while others just focused on themselves. He was training poor Cambodians when I met him 16 years ago in computers in return for volunteering to clean up their country. In fact, he told me that not far from here in front of the palace, there was still human debris from the Khmer Rouge period, and he had organized young Cambodians to clean it up. And I just knew there's people that I knew, like other people here at our anniversary and other people back home, who would really want to help if they could, and be a bridge between these two worlds. So, our theme tonight is gratitude. What are we grateful for here at DDD? Well, on a lighter note, we're grateful that phone calls that used to be $4 a minute are now 4 cents a minute to the US. And bandwidth that used to be $1,000 a megabit is only $60 a megabit. But most simply, we're grateful just to be here 15 years later. As Paul Daugherty, the late husband of our dear board member Diane Daugherty, used to say, when I asked him how it was going at his law firm, I thought he'd give me some big answer about how their legal strategy was going. He would just say simply, well, we made payroll last month. And so indeed, here we are, 15 years later, at least 180 payrolls later, and we're still here. When we started, many of our Cambodian friends thought it was crazy, but now we are one of the largest, perhaps largest grassroots social enterprise in the world, supported by earned revenue. We're grateful to our clients. We just added up, and our clients have paid us $45 million over the past 15 years for work that we've done. They only paid us because we delivered good quality work. They like us because of our social mission, but they paid us because of what we created value for them. As Howard has taught us, it's not real until the client takes money from their bank account and sends it to your bank account. And so we're grateful to our clients who've shown that we can compete internationally. We're thankful to our donors, represented tonight at our anniversary by Fossil, but so many others who've believed in what we've done. We started DDD because it wasn't about creating wealth for the founders, but to have a social impact. And our donors have allowed us to do that each step of the way. We're grateful for everyone who's shown up to help. The idea has attracted very talented people who've dedicated years of their lives, from Jason, to Catherine, Sean, and Vernon, Michael and Koji, all who were involved before we opened our doors, to volunteers like Gordon Peters and others who still live in Cambodia, to our board. They've all shown up and donated hours and money and heart to what we've done. What am I grateful for? Well, first I'm grateful for the opportunity to have meaningful work, to have a meaningful career, to make a small difference. It's harder than you think to find work which matters. I'm grateful to my parents who gave me the confidence somehow that I could help do something like this. Let me finish up by saying that some of you might have heard that we have an election in the US. It hasn't been pretty. DDD is a strong statement in response to this election. DDD is based on the idea that all of us are just a few steps away from being the one without opportunity, needing a chance to prove ourselves. Yes, I grew up middle class in Montreal. I never worried about food or shelter. I went to some fancy schools and some fancy companies and showed up as a Cambodia as the one who could help. But just a generation before, my mother herself was born in a concentration camp. Her family had moments without food and where they weren't treated as humans. So it's a miracle that she was born, a miracle that I'm here. And I think we have to remember that all of us could be the other, the stranger, the refugee. We all have to act as if we could be the one without opportunity. We could be the ones with great talent, but without a chance. And so finally, we have a text in the Jewish tradition which says, it's not your job to complete the work, but neither may you desist from it. Meaning it's not your job to fix every problem in the world, but neither may you walk away from doing anything. And so we haven't solved the world's problems in the past 15 years, but I think we've done our part. If all 7 billion people on the planet did a little bit, as we've done, we'd have a much better place. So for tonight, we say thanks, we celebrate, and tomorrow we start on the next 15 years. Thanks.